So I've only spent a few hours with Genshin Impact at this point, but I wanted to go ahead and give you all my first impressions. As people in my community know, this is a highly anticipated game for me, and I never played the beta. I really have yet to dig deeply into the game at this point, so this will really just be my initial thoughts and impressions of the game. Some of the things I say in this video may be incorrect, so please correct me in the comments down below if you notice something is incorrect. As soon as you start the game, you are dumped right into the action, and I love that. The visuals are crisp and the audio is clean. Everything about this game looks good and gives me hope that the future cutscenes in this game will deliver on the over-the-top anime fight scenes that this aesthetic lends itself to so well. After some world building and lore spill, we get to choose our main protagonist. Whichever you don't choose gets captured and basically becomes the main motivation for the game. Get your sibling back. I went with the male, and I suspect you will be able to unlock both characters eventually when the story progresses that far, but that is just speculation on my part. The music is nice in this scene too, and sounds like something from Nier Automata or Final Fantasy. You were then introduced to Paimon, your companion that you apparently fished out of the water and saved from near death. The tutorial begins from here and starts to take you through the game's basics. After unlocking your wind power, you get some enemies to test it out on. The combat feels very fluid to me, and the wind power was really fun to use. This game uses an in-depth elemental combo system that will definitely take some time to master. For example, you might freeze an enemy, which will obviously cause them to be unable to move. However, they also take less damage from melee. If you hit that target with a fire spell, it can cause melt damage, increasing the damage caused. There are plenty of other combinations, including ones that decrease enemy defense and others that cause AoE damage. This is definitely a very fun part of the combat when you can have 4 characters in your party at a time and you can switch freely between them. Before long, you meet Amber, who is basically the mascot of Genshin Impact. I'm happy to say that she becomes your party member immediately, so you don't have to worry about obtaining her later through the gacha system or through the wish system. Her combat mechanics are different from the main character as she has a different weapon type. I love games that use weapon systems like this. Dragalia Lost, for example, just recently added guns to its weapon roster. This adds a whole new element of gameplay and a new realm of possibility for new characters. I can't wait to see if the weapon system gets expanded upon in Genshin and if they add any new weapons in the future. We are then brought to a city in the game called Mondstadt, where Amber will give you a glider as a present. This will allow you to glide on all of your characters from now on, just like in Breath of the Wild. It is an absolute joy in this game as well, and I find it super calming to travel this way. The next part of the story takes you into the city headquarters and unlocks the Wish feature for you. The Wish feature is how you will obtain new characters that are released in the game outside the ones that will be given to you when you complete the story quests. You should be given enough currency for a 10 pull on the starting banner at this point. Here is how my wish went. Two 4 stars. No way. Overall, not really bad. I really did want Razor just because of the hood and the stand looks so awesome. I also got Noelle, who I believe is guaranteed, and the other 4-star I got was one that everyone is getting with the new event. With a full party of characters, combat really opens up. You can mix and match elements for all sorts of combinations, which is going to make collecting characters and powering them up very fun in this game. Kaya is another free character you get, and he is awesome. He kind of reminds me of Violet from Epic 7, but he has ice powers. Being able to freeze water and walk across it adds a whole new element to gameplay, not to mention freezing enemies. The last thing I'll mention here is the sound design. The music in this game is lovely and the sound effects are fantastic. small little details here are really noticeable as well. For example, I noticed on Razor that you can hear the sound effects of the belts on his outfit. Whereas on the other character here, you can actually hear the bell ringing. Each character seems to have their own idle animation and sound effects, which is really awesome. This game pays a lot of attention to detail. Now, of course, with a game this good, not everything is perfect. I do have a couple of nitpicks. For example, I play with an Xbox controller on PC. Each time I log out of the game and back in, I have to manually set it back to use my controller. On top of this, the B button is used as the confirm button in this game, while the A button functions as the back or cancel button. This was extremely jarring when I first opened the game. After an hour or so, I was used to it. It was kind of like using a Pro controller on Nintendo Switch. I also tried out crossplay on the iOS using my iPad Mini 4. It seemed to run decently well, though not nearly as smooth as on my PC. I also had a hard time controlling the character with the touch controls, but what else is new when it comes to playing action games on mobile? There was no trouble whatsoever logging into my account that I started on PC using my iPad, and if this game offers fishing or any other activities beyond exploration and combat, I can see this being a very useful addition to the game. One other thing to note is that if you are planning to play this on a PlayStation account or a PSN account, the Genshin account is going to be bound to the PSN account, and due to the way that PSN accounts work, you'll be unable to access that Genshin account on your PC or mobile device. I personally play on PC, so it doesn't bother me too much, and I will probably be using my PS4 to make a free-to-play account. Overall, I had a pretty positive first impression of the game, and I really enjoyed what I played of it so far. It was extremely relaxing and definitely not something that you want to rush through, but something that you want to kind of sit back and enjoy, in my opinion. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do in the future. Of course, I expect new units to come all the time, but what in-game content will they offer? I'm not really sure what all content the game even has to offer, so of course I'll continue to update you guys if I discover more about the game that surprises me. I'm definitely going to be putting out more Genshin Impact content this week and coming up, so if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it very much. And sorry I was a little quiet on this video, it's pretty late at night for me, so I had to kind of be quiet. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.